Alright, before I can even mount the engine on the stand, I gotta cut the mounts so that my transmission bolts actually can make it through this shaft to connect to the block. So I've got to modify all these.
Police, I'll tell them what your son did.
Getting the stand mount on, I went ahead and I chopped all those dowels down so that it would work, and I kept those spacers so that if I was going to use, if I had a different motor later or something that required me to have those long dowels, I would still have them. Bagged them up, put them away, and yeah, we're gonna get this thing attached. Got it on the stand. Boy, it's even heavier with the mount on it. All right, taping off stuff I don't want to get hit. That took a minute. Oh, I missed one. This is pretty cool. I've been waiting to do this for months now, ever since they came up with the idea. I think it's gonna look crazy inside the bay. Here we are. And I just going over the top, above and beyond, I don't know. Something cool to do. I'm sure it's gonna look dope when it's done. I mean, you've seen the tranny, right? So it's just gonna look pretty sick. So anyway, here we go.
Mother raises a monster like that.
One who lets go, cut your seed. That's the last bit of the can. See what it looks like when it cures. It's not us. Had 3 more babies before we was made. Left those fatherfuckers stranded in a fist-filled rage. They kept it inside and it jaded the future. Not the Magic City swangin', this a hillside strangler. Feel your pain, said the slain children plan out way. Out of luck when we plucked, act as if we gave. Still live it how we can, this suits us Wayne. Tight fit truck, tool tuck, rich for hate. All together, kings of stranger, James deep in the hood. Protection needed, young being tip good hug. Get hard life barred as we young age. Dissolution, no solution, darn, now must save. Untold, drag a story, many who would have plugged. Full loss, choices made, pile liver and mud. We had no choice, this way's for you. Every day, one reason I steal from you. Choose the best, no stress, maybe it will appear. Till then, my brother kicking back. Well, it turned out great, guys. Tell you what, duplicolor, high heat engine paint, man, it really goes on and looks great. Can't wait to see after I throw this pump on. Well, I didn't see a problem with the pump. My pressure was fine when I was running, but since we have it off and I'm doing my due diligence and it's a brand new motor and so forth, I want it to run for a while. I want it to be happy. I'm gonna take the cover off, check the clearances of the oil pump, gears. It says the service limit is 0.20 millimeter between the outer and inner rotor. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the cover off, check that real quick, and also check the housing to rotor axle clearance on the pump rotor. So it looks like I'll take a straight edge, and then the service limit is 0.15 millimeter in between straight edge from the housing to the rotor. So hopefully we're within tolerance. So it looks like I'm pretty good because it says it's 0.04 to 0.16 millimeter, 0.08 to 0.09, so that's good. I'm right in between the standard 0.04 to 0.16, so that's good. Some life in this bad boy. I don't have anything I think that's super true as far as a flat servicing bar or a true straight surface that you would use for measuring this. So I'm going to use the cover. I'm going to set the cover on here, and I don't see anything as far as from the housing to the rotor axle clearance there. I mean, it's, you can see that in the light. I mean, it's nothing. I don't see barely any room there at all. It's probably, what's the standard is 0.02 to 0.07. Let's see here, 0.04. Where's my 0.02? There's a 0.02 right there. I mean, it's like paper thin. So 0.02 is the start here. Wait, 0.02, 0.04. Where's my 0.02? Anyway, here I'll go 0.04. And looks like 0.04. Let's go 0.06. Service limit is 0.15, so yeah, we're definitely not 0.15. But it does say the standard is kind of barely fits in on 1 point, and yeah, it just barely fits in. So, and check it going this way, 0.08. Yeah, it's not even going in there. Well, that one a little bit there. So, I mean, the cover's not totally true, but it's definitely not that service limit of 0.15. So, okay, cool. I actually just pushed in the new pump seal with my fingers, so I didn't have to beat it in or have the special tool. Removing the old one, I just quarter extensions like this, put my quarter extension on the back of the seal and just bing, 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 bing with those sound effects too. Obviously I was using those sound effects, and was able to get the old seal out. Well, one thing I didn't do when I put the housing back in, it says here in the manual you want to put thread lock on these screws, so I'm gonna do that. It isn't going to be removed, hopefully, for a long time. Is to a thin coat of oil goes to the seal lip. So glad that I label these, because it's been so long since I took this stuff apart, I would not remember what bolts go where. So oil pump right there on the bag. So these must be my oil pumps. Oh man, look at this one. This thing is stretched out, dude. Okay, on regards to the stretch bolt, I did find one for the review when I was looking at the one that stretched. Some of these were shorter and actually had those. So I'm gonna be good. Alright, we got our thin layer of gasket on. We need a little bit of oil for the ring. Gotta get my teeth and my pump set up just right. Looks like my seal kind of caught lip on here a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is back it all out and see if I can't get that to sit better. And now the seal looks good. We don't got any bumps or flips or anything protruding, so that's good. Okay, got the baffle all cleaned up. Tighten that down. Put the new gasket on the sump right here. Put the sump in. And then probably, unfortunately, it looks like I'm gonna have to take the block off the stand and put the, what is that? The main seal on with the housing before I can put the pan on. So, oh well. All right, I'm remembering I can't put the pickup on yet because I want to put the main seal on. I need this as flat as possible. It's easier for me to carry and move around. Cling, 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 cling. Just like Humble says, get that thing in there. I almost got it in there all the way. In there on this side, and then this side here, it needs to come in another 16th plus to an 1/8. Just about there. All right, we finally got it in. I just kept putting pressure on it, boom, boom, with my thumbs, and then I brought it over here to my styrofoam, took my rubber mallet, pushed down with just the right amount of pressure to get it inside. All right. Ooh. There you are, you beautiful piece. This is just some cleaner that I got laying around that just helps me clean things just a little bit better. See, there's a little cleaner now. Okay, we got the liquid gasket on there, chilling, ready to compress. We need to set this thing up a little better. Living on the edge. Tuck the lip of the main around the crank. And it says on this one to make sure and put, I think it said it wanted me to do it on the inner threads. It wanted me to put a little bit of gasket on the inner threads. So what I'm gonna do is see if I can get this off, even though I just put it on. I'm still within my 5-minute mark. A little bit on the inner threads here. And that's a dowel pin there. So that's the only really one that matters is those two right there, I think. Because that's all got its gasket. Let me put a little more here. Make sure I got my lip. Happy.
I can see the liquid gasket coming out on the sides. We got just enough. Looks good. Looking good. All right, ready to put it back on the stand. Yeah. Yeah. All right, now I put the pickup on. It stripped out of me. I had to retap it for a bigger size bolt. So I got this guy. He's a different size thread, just a little bit bigger. An old oil pan or something, I have no idea. What's that coming off of? Problems that I've had for I don't even know how long, where that is, what's probably been the source of my many oil leaks. I'm glad that's gone. Not want to go over these studs on the freaking main seal. Get on your home. Freaking awesome, man. The pan's going on. Oh, I just had them in my hand. Where'd you put them, boy? Found them. I'm failing. I should already have these studs in. Hurry up, 5-minute rule. Good thing it's on a 5-second rule. Elapsed time, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. All right, okay, well, they say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 finger tight. Then go clockwise 3 different times. Excessive tightening will distort your pan and put you in a bad spot. So I think that looks like probably the best seal I've ever had on a gasket. I mean, it helps that there isn't any foreign debris in the way. I mean, holy crap, that little copper or that little aluminum chunk from a old pan or something sitting on the freaking the main housing end of the oil pan gasket. Jeez Louise. So it says they want you at 8.7 pounds. Take it as close as I can and visually look at the gasket, make sure it's not exploding. This one's looking like it's pretty explodey right there, and I don't want to go anymore. Hang on, bro. Sweet. All right, time to get the connecting pipe, change out the O-rings. It's probably been on there since the car was made. And they're in the kit, so I might as well just put them in. Got it cleaned up as best it's going to be cleaned up.
You're a terrible mother. A terrible mother.
That's interesting. Here's the 2 rings that came off the connecting pipe. They're identical. Here's the 2 that came out of the package. They're not identical. There's only one that matches up. All right, well, this is one of the pre-existing closest to the edge, and here's the new one of the smaller one that was in there. No, not going to leave the smaller one in there, so pull the smaller one out and just go with the pre-existing. And then I'll put the new one in on the other side. Yeah, so that small ring isn't going to work out. Maybe I just put the wrong one in the kit. I'm not sure. So I'm going to take the better looking one out of the 2 pre-existing ones that I have. Put that on. Put the new one on the other side. I've been running this cooling donut for the oil filter for a long time now. We're going to do a little bit different setup. So we're going to actually add more of a cooling system to our oil systems.